Good morning, guys. Today another busy day. First up, meeting Justus in his studio, working on like a secret project for another client, making some really weird music. You almost can't really say it's music, but it's fun making it. Very inspirational, very creative stuff.
Think I'm gonna dive tonight, right into the deep end. Why you always close your eyes? Ain't no time for sleeping. Sun comes up, make it go back down. Cause I just wanna swim in your love right now. Think I'm gonna dive tonight.
Another great and really interesting session. Now it's about time to head over to my studio and work even more on music. Today's a full only music making day, which are the best. I just love it, like being creative and just like continue working on songs and trying to get them closer to finish them. Because once they're finished, I can release them, and that's usually the best part about making music. Share it with everyone, the stuff that you've created.
Right into the deep end, we just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the feeling. Can't help but take it farther. I'm breathing underwater.
Made it finally to my studio and just heard on the radio Billie Eilish, and it's crazy how she's been killing it, especially now the Grammys. She basically won everything. There are actually so many things any musician can learn from her and her success. Let's maybe start and talk about her music, the musical style. I'd say it's definitely, of course, commercial music. It's very simple in its core. The melodies aren't complex. Stuff anyone can sing along, and that's already like one guaranteed step to success. It has to be accessible to everyone. At the same time, though, it's very different. It's doing things in a way only a few people did before, especially on that kind of level and in that kind of commercial surrounding. First of all, the arrangements of her songs are not the typical pop arrangements. They're a little weird. They're like mini breaks in between A, B, C, and D parts. That's already what makes it unique. And then, of course, the style of it, it's very minimal. It's very, very well produced. Like, all of it is sounding like as minimal as it is. The stuff that is in the song is just perfect. Her way of singing is also very unique. It's not like the power ballad kind of full-on voice. It's a little more subtle and chilled, but still just beautiful and very, very unique. I think that's like the core. It doesn't sound like anything else. Every song of her you listen to, like at least for me as a producer, I sit in the car on the radio, there's a song of her that I haven't heard before, and I'm like, oh wow, that's something fresh, that's something new. And I think if you combine unique with good, you definitely are on the road to a hit and success. And then, of course, there's also like the entire business side. It's not just the music, like the marketing is done very well. She's been collaborating at the beginning with the right people, connecting with the right people to gain attention. Her social media, her persona, all of that, it just works. It's different, but also kind of like unique, entertaining, and her being so young makes it even extra special. And again, that voice and her as a character, her being portrayed or actually being, and I really think she's being portrayed, like being very unique, authentic, and just herself. And especially if you also take into account how the music was produced at home by her brother, it makes it even more astonishing. Like that's really amazing. There's not much gear needed. If you like just check out that home studio, that's not a lot of gear. I think with like a thousand, maybe $1,500, like all in, you could have the same setup and reach the same stuff. It's not always about the gear. It's also about the skill and how you use it. These are definitely things any musician, any producer, any singer, songwriter can learn from her. And speaking of the songwriting, that's also kind of unique. It has still this kind of freshness. It doesn't sound like someone was sitting and writing something to make it a hit, someone was just writing something they loved and that they thought is good. And I think this approach definitely again leads to the first point, having something unique that is actually good, that you love as an artist, which is also really important. Don't copy other people for their success. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself, make your stuff, and love the stuff you make. It's way easier to stand in front of a crowd and perform it if you love it yourself. I actually got a lot of like producer, DJ friends that made it, that had this one big hit, and they usually hate their own music, especially like the first song, the first one that got them the attention. They don't really stand behind it. Sometimes it's kind of a funny, weird story. Sometimes something blew out of proportion that they never expected, and they don't love what they made, which I think is a weird situation to be in. Yes, sometimes the success leads to being able to later on do what you love. For example, Eric Prydz, he produced Call on Me, huge hit, opened a lot of doors for him, but the music he's doing nowadays, it doesn't even have anything to do with it, with the one song that started everything for him. So those are really just some of the things that I think we can learn from Billie Eilish. There's of course a lot more, but these are some basics to just do what you love, do it as good as possible. And speaking of doing what you love as good as possible, for me it's now time to just work here in the studio on one of my upcoming releases. I promised to finish it already a month ago. I will just sit here as long as necessary and work on that one song and try to finish it. It's called Underwater. It's a collaboration with Brian, and it's really, really good. I'll play it to you right now.
I'm breathing underwater. We just living like the world don't need us. Drowning in the feeling, can't help but take it farther.
I hope you like what you've just heard. I'm happy with it. I hope you like it. Let me know how you feel about it. I think it's a cool track. But now, since the working day is over in the studio, it's time for the tricky, very tricky stuff. It's time for after work socializing. I'm not good at it, but I'll try my best. And Vanessa told me there was beer, so it can't be that bad. Okay.
Oh, there is a...
Could be worse. Is that a normal working day?
No.
It reminds me a little of the Wolf of Wall Street. We just we parked the car, so
We can celebrate!
yeah, drink a lot. That escalated quite quickly. We're now in the city center. Quick dinner,
Yes.
pizza.
Well, or McDonald's, I don't care.
No, McDonald's. Ooh, there's sperma. Check.
Hey, subscribe and like me if he lets me through on the left side.
Yeah, perfect. Do that.
So great.
Yeah, city center is always fun. Quite the detour with some drinks. I actually just wanted to pick up Vanessa from work, and
By car?
that's kind of what happened. 4 hours, left the car at the office, got a little drunk, but now back to topic. There are a couple more things I would love to add to this topic about Billie Eilish and what to learn from her. I think also a huge point for her success is that she speaks to a generation. She is kind of the counterpart to all of the previous super pop stars. Just take Taylor Swift. It's like this very polished kind of persona. And Billie Eilish is kind of not the opposite, but different. Again, it's fresh and it's more relatable. Her fans and her are close in age, close in their background, and it all feels very organic, self-made, and that's like a huge bonus on top of making, again, really fresh music. I mean, if you just look at the Grammys and all the other people that were nominated with her, were all people that already won, all people that we already know, all people that are already really successful and people that didn't do anything new or special in the last year. So I think she deserves it. I'm really happy for her, her entire team accomplishing this huge success. And I can't wait to hear more and to see how she develops as an artist. There's just one tiny thing I don't really get and don't like, and that's like the choice of color for her hair. I mean, that green, it's kind of ugly. But anyways, if you're interested to follow me along daily on my journey as a DJ and music producer, touring, making music in the studio, don't forget to subscribe. Every single day a video. I had 4 hours of sleep after partying yesterday. Tried to record this bit right here and now actually back to the studio, but that's for the next vlog. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow again.